So, I have just gotten off with Amazon's incompetent customer service bot after discovering that there was a problem. I hit buy again on Amazon, and instead of me getting sent to the same product, I was actually sent to a different product. I was sent to a product that was literally half the size, but very similar price. Ridiculously overpriced, actually, because of its half size. As you can see on the screen, I've got an aloe vera juice preservative 3 bottle. But my original order was a 32-ounce bottle. And when you click buy again, obviously it's supposed to send you to the same item to buy again from the same source. But instead of getting a 32-ounce bottle from that company, I get sent to a 16-ounce bottle sold by Amazon, which isn't even one of the products listed on that company's product listing on Amazon. I didn't even know they made bottles that small. But it certainly wasn't what I wanted. So the normal price for the 32-ounce bottle is over $14, a little around $14.40. So I should have been charged around $7 for the 16-ounce, if they were being reasonable. $5 more. That's almost double the price. That's almost what I pay for a 32-ounce. That's ridiculous. And this is Amazon doing this. And on top of that, it's a glass bottle. And it was sent to me with a little bit of bubble wrap around it in a box. That's it. No other padding, no other protection. So the bottle was bouncing around inside the box. That's just incompetent. And this is not the first time lately that I've been having problems with Amazon selling me the wrong item and being absolutely incompetent. Let's see, I don't know if it's in here. Not seeing what I'm looking for here. But I also had another product that I ordered. It was an amp, an audio amp. And they were false advertising. I don't believe they did it on purpose, but I believe they were incompetent because the item that they were selling didn't have at all the same features or even the same exact appearance as the item they were selling. It was a pile amplifier. In fact, I'll show it to you in a moment after I document this. But this is the thing with this is I got no real option to talk to anybody in customer service. It didn't give me an option for describing easily what was going on, so I had to type it in. You can see here, I finally figured out the wording to use to be able to describe this since it wasn't one of the options. But this is a chat bot. This is not a real person as far as I can tell. The responses were immediate, instantaneous, good English. And this is their messaging assistant, which is an Autobot. It's an AI. It's not actually a real person. Then when I ask to speak to a manager, it says I can transfer you to my supervisor, but they'd have the same resolutions as we all share the same resources. It claims that they will be investigating this and appropriate action will be taken. I don't trust that as far as I can throw that because this is not the first time I've had this problem. And frankly, with other videos that I've seen, I think they actually are doing this on purpose. I think they're running scams on people and hoping that they don't notice and making a bunch of money off of people. I wouldn't think that without seeing an entire video on this before, but I'm not the only one who's had these kinds of problems. And I've known people who worked for them. One of my buddies used to be a delivery driver for them, and they are unethical and abusive. Quite commonly, I've seen that problem with other people as well who drive for them. I've heard the same thing through everybody except one driver that I've talked to. But if we go back here, so this is the amplifier that I'm talking about. And the amplifier that I bought is supposed to have a USB connector in front, along with a memory card option. And it was supposed to have these connectors in the back, the banana plugs, as well as the RCA. This front doesn't match what I got, and neither does the back. The lights are different. It says PTAU 55, but obviously it's a different model that they're advertising incorrectly, because when I got sent a replacement, it was the exact same item, and I ended up getting my money back and getting to keep the replacement for free. But now I have to sell that and try to get what I need, because it's not what I need. It doesn't have the same features. It doesn't have the ability to connect to the computer and run off of the computer like this does. This actually has the ability through USB to connect to the computer and be able to run in a DJ setup. This doesn't have that. So they sent me a similar model, but it's got 7 lights instead of 5. It's got different features on the front and on the back. And it doesn't have the banana connectors, which are the main thing that I was buying this for, that I needed. And it happened twice. Not once, but twice. So obviously, they're not paying attention, and they're not looking at the specifics when you try to return something. And they're just returning they're resending the item without properly checking to differentiate the products before they ship it out. They just put out a replacement order like a normal shipment and send it out without double checking the product. They never checked the product for the first order or the replacement order to make sure that it was the right one. This is how incompetent Amazon is. So be careful what you order. Be careful to pay attention to who's actually selling and delivering the item. Because if it's Amazon, I'm sorry, you can't trust them. If it's the original company, you should be okay. But if it's Amazon selling it, you cannot trust them. They have proven repeatedly that they are not trustworthy. They are incompetent. Their management system at their warehouse is either totally automated with bots, and therefore your products are not properly getting checked, or they're run by incompetent humans and their products are not getting properly checked, even when you're doing a replacement and return, because they sent you the wrong product. They're not double checking to make sure they give you the right product. And of course, you're not compensated for that. You can get your money back, but that doesn't do you any good. This can cost you weeks in delays if you're doing something professional, if you're trying to order a product that you're using professionally. And not only do you just get your money back and not be compensated for that loss in time and effort, but then you have to put in the time and effort to find a replacement. They don't compensate you for that. They don't care. So they are not trustworthy. They do not care about you. And they are unreliable at best, if not flat out scamming people.